click on Content, click on Lab Materials, and I've divided the labs into 2 units. So we're going to begin in unit number 1. And there's lab number 1, PhysioEx Exercise 1, Cell Transport Mechanisms. So click on that. And then I've given you some instructions here. And then here is your PhysioEx activity worksheet that you're going to complete. And then here is the quiz, the Blackboard quiz. So let's begin with this. When you look at the worksheet that you're going to complete, I already have it open here, so let me just pull it up from here. There it is. This is what it's going to look like. So it's going to say, this is our review sheet, exercise 1, cell transport mechanisms and permeability. You will complete all of the activities within this exercise. So there are actually 5 activities. So you see here, activity 1, scrolling down, activity 2, activity 3, activity 4, and activity 5. So you do complete all 5 activities so you can complete the entire worksheet. So those activities are found using that online program that I mentioned to you in the previous video. So let's go to that. So your course requirements this summer will be, or fall, because we're going to be doing this again in the fall, you're going to have the OpenStax textbook, which is free to use. So you're not paying for a textbook. You can actually get an online copy for free. So the only thing you are purchasing is the PhysioEx. So you will go to www.physioex.com and you will register for that program, and it is $30. You do need to have it immediately at the beginning of class because we start right off using it. And so here it is when you get to PhysioEx 10.0. When you get to this, there you go. So you see exercise 1, that's the first one we're doing, cell transport mechanisms and permeability. And there are all the activities 1 through 5. So you will click on an activity. And what you're going to find here are a set of objectives. You're going to see an introduction, etc. So here's how you can kind of skip around in here. If you go up to that little icon, I don't really know what it's called. I call it the hamburger because it's got this 3 little lines, so it looks like a hamburger. Okay, click on it. You'll see objectives. You'll see introduction. You'll see pre-lab quiz, experiment, post-lab quiz, review sheet, and lab report. So you already have the review sheet. That's the one that I have posted for you in Blackboard, and that's what you're going to be completing while you do the experiment. So you're welcome to, and it's a really good idea to read through the introduction because it provides background information for you. The only thing that you actually have to go to is the experiment itself. So you don't have to complete the pre-lab quiz or the post-lab quiz. You will not be doing the lab report at the end. You're only doing the experiment. The quiz that you'll be doing, I have built in Blackboard. So when you get to this program, just click on experiment, and it will take you to the simulated experiment. In this example, we're looking at diffusion. So initially, when you go through this, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve figuring out how to use this program, but really, once you get the hang of it, it's really very simple. You just have to read and go step by step. So for example, it says step number 1 here, drag the 20 molecular weight CO membrane, concentration membrane, to the membrane holder between the beakers. So we want the 20, so it's over here, it's a dialysis membrane. And we drag it in between the 2 chambers like that. So we've completed what they want us to do. So now we go down to the bottom of our screen and we click next. Then it says increase the sodium chloride concentration to be dispensed to the left beaker to 9.0 millimolars by selecting the plus button beside the sodium chloride display. So we're going to come down here where you see sodium chloride, and we're going to use that plus button, and we're going to click it until we get to 9, because that's what it wants us to do. And then we click dispense. And it loads the left beaker for us. Then we go to next. Note that the concentration of sodium chloride in the left beaker is displayed in the concentration window to the left of the beaker. Yes, it is right there. Select deionized water and then select dispense to fill the right beaker with deionized water. So we come down here, we click on deionized water, and we click dispense. So we've completed what it asked us to do there, and again we click next. So that's the gist of it. So you're reading the instructions, doing what it tells you to do, and clicking next. And eventually you're going to get to where you're collecting data and making observations, and then you're going to be completing that worksheet while you work on this. So that's how this works. It's pretty dummy proof. I mean, if you click the wrong button, it won't let you do that. You know, I find that it does work a bit better in Chrome than in other browsers, so you might keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this screen and go back to where we were, content. So as you work through that, you're completing this worksheet you see right here. Once you've completed that, it tells you right down here, if you'll read, it says, please submit this assignment using the submission link. Open the worksheet attached and type in your responses, then save to your computer. Click on the submission link above and upload your document, then hit submit. So the submission link is actually this link right here. So you'll click on that. You can see it's worth 10 points. You're going to scroll down to the submission link, which is right here, assignment submission. You will click on Browse My Computer to find that document that you saved. You will upload it, and then you will come down here and you will click Submit. And then it will be stored, and I can go in and grade it and put your points in for you. Okay, so that's how these are submitted. Now, the other thing to look at is the quiz associated with it. So it tells you here all the information. You have one attempt with this quiz, but it is not timed, and it does not have forced completion. No, but it does, I'm sorry, it does have forced completion. So once you open the quiz, you have to complete it. So just make sure you have, as much time as you think it's going to take you. You'll click on that. It's just a Blackboard quiz, so you'll click Begin. And then you'll see the questions here. You'll click the appropriate response, and then you will hit Save and Submit at the bottom. Okay. And so it tells me I didn't complete any of those questions because clearly I didn't. But okay, and then that will upload into Blackboard, and you'll see your score from there. So I have tried to be very clear with the instructions when you as you could see, I always write. So, read the instructions on there. Of course, if you have any questions at any time, you can email me. But I think that pretty much explains how to use PhysioEx and how your lab materials are organized. Okay, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.